Hi, scientists. Welcome to our new unit called Animals 2 by 2. In this unit, we're going to take 4 different pairs of animals and we're going to look at them and see what we can observe. So today, I'm going to introduce you to our first animal. These are goldfish. These are our goldfish. And they are in a bowl. And I'm filming from my house, but you're going to meet the goldfish. You're going to meet the goldfish, and we're going to keep them in our classroom. These are goldfish. And you can see that we have 2 goldfish in this bowl. One is orange and white, and one is orange and black. But they're both goldfish. Our focus question today is, what are the parts of the goldfish? Can you tell which end is the head of the goldfish and which end is the tail? Can you tell? How can you tell? Can you see the body? Can you see this goldfish's eyes? You can see one eye. Can you see this goldfish's eye? Can you see the goldfish's mouth? Can you see the goldfish's fins? Do you see what is moving back and forth on that white and gold one? That is its fins. Are you able to see the goldfish's mouth? And moving his mouth like he's talking to us. You can see the mouth opening and closing. Can you see the goldfish's gills? If you look, the mouth is at the end, and then you can see its eye. Right by the fin, there's an opening, which is the fish's gills. That's the fish's gills, that opening. The fish is covered in something called scales. It's hard to see the scales. Maybe on the white fish you can see it a little bit more. Let me see if I can see. You can see. He doesn't want to be on film. You can see when he moves back and forth, you can see his body is covered with scales. You can see the scales a little bit more easily. Do you see the gold and black one now? You can see the scales covering its body. And this angle, do you see the thing opening and closing? Those are its gills. The thing that's opening and closing on the side of its face, those are his gills. And I see the gills open, close, open, close, open, open, open. You see it? Opening and closing. That's how the fish breathes. And you can see what looks like little lines going down the fish. Those are the scales. You can see, even in the black on the top of the fish, you can see how the black is interrupted by the different scales. You see those scales? Makes the fish look a little bumpy, not so smooth. How many fins does our goldfish have? Let's see. Do you see the one at the top? And you see the ones that are swimming to make him move. But then there's a pair next to that too. And there's one right under its tail too. So I count I count 1, 2, 3 on each side. So that would make 6 altogether, fins on the bottom. And then there's a fin on the top. And then the tail is actually a type of fin too. So I count 3 pairs of fins. So 6 fins altogether on the bottom and then the fin on the top. Do both of these fish look the same? If they were the same exact color, would you be able to tell them apart so much? These fish are very similar the way they're because they're both goldfish. If they were both the exact same color and the exact same size, it would be hard to tell them apart. That's one of the reasons I got fish that look different colors so that we could tell them apart. Why do you think some fish are smaller than other fish? What is your thought about that? How do you think goldfish can be alike? What are all goldfish going to have? All goldfish are going to have the same body parts that we just saw. The eyes and the mouth and the gills and the scales and the fins. How are fish going to be different? How might goldfish be different? Well, our goldfish are different colors. And you might see goldfish that are different sizes. How else might goldfish be different? Do you have any questions about goldfish? Do you think you could label the parts of a goldfish? You were given a piece of paper with the outline of a goldfish. Let's try to label all the parts. Stop the video and see if you can label the parts. And then start the video again, and we're going to check in and make sure you got all of the parts labeled. And if you didn't, you can fix it. But I want you to try without the video first. Okay, go ahead and try to label the parts of your fish. How did you do? Take a look. I labeled the tail. I labeled the scales. I drew scales and I labeled them scales. I drew the 1, 2, 3 fins on the bottom and the 1 fin on the top. I drew that little backward C that looks like gills. That is the fish's gills. I drew an eye and I drew a mouth. And then at the bottom it says a goldfish has a, you can pick one of these body parts. A goldfish has a fin, or a goldfish has a tail, or a goldfish has a mouth. You can decide what to write there. And then this gets glued into your science book. Have a wonderful day.